Okay, am I recording?
It says recording at the top.
Okay, now I see it. All right, thank you. All right, welcome to boot camp number 5. And Kimmy and Patty, thank you so much for being on live. We appreciate you bearing with us. I know we've had technical difficulties, I think, every week, but it's okay. We're only a few minutes late today, so we're doing good. So if you turn in your voucher, congratulations to everybody who got their vouchers in. We're excited to add up all the points, and we'll let you know where we're at next week on our graduation of week 6. So this is so exciting that you guys are getting a good blanket of Mary Kay. Like, there's a lot to learn, there's a lot of skills, and truthfully, you can go through the whole boot camp, but if you haven't held a party, it's going to be just information. You really need to make sure that you are holding your perfect start, you're making that a priority through this boot camp, and that you know that the main training comes from, you know, reviewing the information during these boot camps, but then applying it to a party. So you are really learning, and you can tweak each party a little bit. So don't try to change everything from party to party. Just do one simple change every time, and then, you know, review, how did I do on my individual consultation, the one that we practiced last week with the 8-point close. Shannon went over it really well. And if you, I believe I put it in the email as well. And that is like the #1 thing you want to learn from last week. Just to kind of recap, that is really memorize that. In the beginning, I would take like a note card in with me to my individual consultation. Some people have it like in a binder, and they'll print out the closing sheet of those 8 points. And you really want to make sure you know, some people call it a closing set sheet, or not a set sheet, a closing sheet, which has those 8 questions to ask, or 8 points that you want to hit. Some people call it an 8-point close. Me and Shannon have always called it the 8-point close. And it's, you know, did you have fun tonight or today? How does your skin feel? Did I answer all your questions till your follow-up appointment? Great. Was it anything that you want to take home with you tonight? Or out of all the sets I showed you, what would you most like to take home with you? And then, you know, making sure that you get the money, all of that handled, and that you put that part away. So once you ask, I always think of it as the 3 questions are like the icebreakers. Did you have fun tonight? How's your skin feel? Did I answer all your questions until the follow-up facial or the follow-up appointment? And they always say yes. And then, or sometimes they have a couple questions, but they usually say yes. If they come in and they already know what they want to order, and they're like, okay, I know what I want to order, you still ask those 3 questions. Awesome. Did you have so much fun? Yep, I had so much fun. Great. And how does your skin feel? It feels so good. Awesome. And did I answer all your questions until the follow-up appointment? Yep, you sure did. Okay, great. And what would you like to take home with you? Because she came in so excited. So make sure you know it so well, because it's not going to be like cookie cutter every time you get through all 8 exactly how we practice. And so make sure you know those 3 icebreaker questions. The 4th one is, you know, out of all the sets I showed you, what would you most like to take home with you? Or did you have a wish list put together, things that you love most? And then another way of saying that is, you know your budget better than I do. What would be realistic for you to take home from that list? So, you know, however you want to word it, just make sure you say it somewhat, of the different varieties of that. Out of the miracle set, what did you like the most? Or out of the sets I showed you, what would you most like to take home? So always asking for detail and letting them tell you. And then overcoming some objections at that part too. If they're like, oh, I think I'm gonna wait, you know, ask them, okay, awesome, no worries. Did you love the miracle set? Is that something you would like to do again at your second appointment? And if they say yes, then make sure that that you ask them, you know, if I could start you on just a cleanser moisturizer, we call that the basic set. Would that be somewhere where you'd be comfortable with starting? And see what, sometimes they'll say, you know, I didn't realize I could take the cleanser and moisturizer home. I thought I had to buy the whole set. Or if I could do half now, half later for you, would that help you to be able to try out the set so we can make some adjustments at your second appointment? And so, you know, making sure that you kind of figure out what is holding them back from purchasing without being pushy. Always make sure you're nodding like this instead of like this. When I first started Mary Kay, I'd always say, is there anything you'd like to take home with you today? Guess what you're telling them? Nope. They're going to say no. So is there anything you'd like to take home with you today? Make sure you're nodding like this. So facial, you know, that's the things that I learned from my sister when I was observing her appointments, was her body language is very important. Are you smiling? Are you tense? Like, what would you like to take home with you? Or are you kind of leaning forward, like, did you have so much fun? What would you like to take home with you? Body language and tone of voice is very, very important. And sometimes when we're new, we get very nervous that we're just like scripted, and that's where you're not going to get the bookings from bookings. And so once you get the sales, then you are going to go ahead and take care of payment, put the payment away, and then you're gonna book the booking, so the next appointment. So you need to learn these words. Okay, great. So the next thing we need to do is book your second appointment. I say those words at every single point. The next thing we need to do is schedule your appointment. It's all about how you word it. When I first started Mary Kay, probably for the first year and a half, I never got bookings from bookings. Can you do this business without bookings from bookings? Yeah, obviously I made it. I did okay. I earned a free card doing it that way. Was it hard? Yeah, it was exhausting. I always had to lead generate. I was always out of names and numbers. And truthfully, you guys, I don't really lead generate like I used to. I don't need to because I get bookings from bookings. I always see people twice. And if I don't see them twice, it's usually because they're just not somebody I want to see again. It's like, truthfully, I made the decision, I don't really need to see you again. You didn't fill me up. You didn't really like Mary Kay. Like, on to the next. I'm going to meet somebody who does. So, if it's somebody who you like, you book them again. And then you will offer them. So the way that I run my follow-up appointments is I can either see you one-on-one and we can do a quick glamour appointment, or you can invite some friends and get some free shopping. I offer Hostess rewards. And I know, Susie, that you gave me your fabulous sheet today with all of these names and numbers. Is this somebody that you might want to invite? As long as 2 people show up, you're going to get some free shopping. Would you want to check and see if any of them can make it? And of course, like Kimmy is going to say, yeah, I might check in with da-da-da and da-da-da. Let me see if they can make it. And I say, okay, great. You don't need to know all the details about like the Hostess rewards unless, I'll email that to you. Sometimes I'll hand them the packet. I don't really go over it too much, but I will say, as long as you have 2 people there, it's going to activate these Hostess rewards. And if you're excited about free product, make sure to get 5 or 6 there because that'll get you higher up on the free shopping scale. I offer $200 in free shopping. So if you're like, I would love $200 for free, try to get 5 or 6 people there and I can go over the Hostess rewards. If you just want to see if, your mom and sister is available and you don't really care too much about the free shopping, at least get 2 there because that'll still activate it. And without even trying, a lot of my hostesses get, $40 or $50 for free just for having 2 people there. So it's really nice to get that free shopping. So from this list, Susie, is there anybody that you'd like to invite? She says, yes, I'll check with them. Great. And is there anyone on this list like you don't really want to show up at your appointment, or should I, send an invite to everybody, or do you want to send an invite to everybody? And she's like, oh, I'd probably only invite a few people. I said, go ahead and put a star next to everybody on your list. So I already have her guest list from her fabulous sheet. And then from there, I would, hang on one second. I'm trying to make sure that when this is recording, I'm the speaker. Okay, I think that'll work. Let me see, speaker view. How do I make this bigger? Okay, I think that'll work. So when I have them put stars next to them, if she's like, yeah, I'll check with everybody. I don't know if Susie can make it or Sarah can make it. She works on weekends. I'd say, well, everybody would like to be invited. Wouldn't you agree? And she'll say, yeah, I should still invite her, right? Yeah, absolutely. Like, you want to be invited. It doesn't necessarily mean you can go. So then I would say, okay, so Susie, I can either send out a quick invite for you. Basically, they'll RSVP to you or to me. And it just kind of, I do all the work for you. I'm kind of like your assistant for the next appointment. And I'll do everything on that. So that way you don't have to think about anything. Or you can send out the invites if you prefer. What would you prefer? And she'll say, yeah, that'd be great if you could send them out, and then that way I don't have to think about it. Most people say that if you make it sound like you're doing her a huge favor. If you are like not sure exactly what like you're saying, or you are like stumbling through it, then people are gonna be like, I'll text my friends. And you can tell if you need to practice that a little bit more by if they're hesitant to let you call their friends. And so I usually have most people say, yeah, you can text it, but whatever you do, make sure that when they say like, I'll text the invites or you text the invites, you're still making the invite regardless. Like within 24 hours, you need to make a little pic collage. There's tons. Ask your sales director for the templates, or search on your Facebook group for invite templates, and you just put the template into the pic collage app. So download pic collage. Red Stamp doesn't exist anymore. So if you see us talking about Red Stamp on any of our trainings, Red Stamp, they closed that app. So you can't use as an invitation anymore, but you can use the pic collage. And then there's pre-made templates. You just put in a date, time, address, everybody gets the same template. And then if I took a selfie with her, I might put like our picture there, like a little heart or something. And so I try to customize it a little bit, and then I will send that to her if she wants to. And make sure, what I was saying was, make sure that you, on the Fabulous sheet or wherever you have her guest list on the back of the profile card, you are writing she'll send invites or I'm sending invites. Because what you don't want is if she said, I'm going to send all the invites, and then you forget and you send the invites, that's breaking her trust, and then she's going to cancel the appointment. So make sure you honor whatever she says, but you're going to coach it the same. So we are talking a little about coaching, so that kind of goes into some of the coaching process, and I do that right at the individual consultation. So I have our guest list. Without a guest list, I don't consider it a solid booking from booking. The chances of it holding are very, very slim. So from there, once I figure out who's going to be inviting all the people, and we know who's going to be sending out the invites, then if she says, when I say I can hold my appointments one of two ways, would you like to just do it one-on-one, or do you want to invite some girlfriends and get some free shopping? And she says, I think I'll just do it one-on-one. I don't know who I'll invite. Don't just assume that it's for sure just a one-on-one. Like, still, like, kind of put some ideas in her head. Like, I know that you said, you know, Sarah couldn't make it today, your other girlfriend that was supposed to come with you. So maybe check with Sarah if she wants to come, but it's totally fine if it's just one-on-one. So just still kind of plant the seed that she can still invite friends, but know that it's one-on-one. And then, so if she says one-on-one, I don't want to be running around town for one person at a time. If you see 10 faces in a month and they are all individual, that's 20 hours of Mary Kay. If you see 5 faces in 2 different appointments, that's still 10 faces, but it took you 4 hours at the most. And so make sure you're working smart and not hard. And then from there, if she says just one person, I say, great. So the way that I hold my single follow-up appointments is I hold my appointment on Monday night if you're in Napa, or if you're in Pleasant Hill, Wednesday nights at 7 o'clock, or our next Saturday event or Friday event, or whatever you have coming up at the studio. You can look at the events and say, like, book them to the events where you can book 3 or 4 people to single facials, so you turn it into a party instead of just seeing one face at a time, especially if people cancel. So it's called overbooking, is really, really important. And then also, if you, what would be really smart is if you can set up a little space like at your kitchen table. If you have like dogs and cats running around, I mean, yeah, that's a little bit more difficult. I understand not everybody can hold in-home appointments, but if you have a space, it doesn't have to be perfect. When I started Mary Kay, I kept this as an in-home business because guess what, you guys? I didn't have a studio. I didn't have a place that I could go and book appointments. And I hate the fact that because we have training studios, people feel that they can't hold Mary Kay appointments at their homes anymore because they feel like the only way to do it is to look really professional at a studio. That is so far from the truth. It still works at home, and at your kitchen table is where you're going to have some of the very, very, very best appointments. I have had lifelong customers because they came to my home at my kitchen table, and that's the way that this business is really, you're going to build lifelong relationships by inviting people into your home or going to their home if you can't have people at your house. So I understand too, if you guys have kids and it's a lot to like get them out of the house, and then you have to like have your husband leave if you don't have like a private place to do it. And so maybe once a month, you know, your husband takes the kids to the park, and it's every first Saturday of the month. So it's very like structured, or whatever you want, the last Saturday of the month, or one Saturday or one Friday night that's going to work with your family schedule. And it's where you invite single facials to your home, or you book appointments to your home, and you do it, you know, at least once a month where people are coming at one slot instead of going to their homes where you're moving around like crazy, because that will take a lot more of your time too if you're having to pack up the car and drive, and for one single person if no one else shows up. This way you have more control of overbooking yourself, where if they all show up, it's totally fine. You can manage 5, 6, 10 people. I mean, it'll be a bigger party, but at least you're overbooked and you're like a little stressed out. That's much better than sitting home on a Saturday being like, shoot, she canceled, I guess I'll go to the movies instead. So it's just going to make you stretch and grow. So that is how I get the bookings from the 8-point close. And then from there, after you say the next thing you do is schedule your fall appointment, you get the guest list, you figure out if she's bringing friends, you're going to, you know, figure out how it's going to be coached. If she's going to do it, I'm going to do it. And then you always go into, so coaching is the 7th point, I believe. And then 8th is if she circled yes, okay, or no. So however you share the information about the company, if you're brand new and you're asking to help with your pearls of sharing, I usually have them write down yes is like, yes, I'm kind of interested. I'd love some more information after I share the 10 perfect reasons. Okay is okay, I'm not really interested, but I would love to help you, Susie, with your pearls of sharing. If it helps with your training, maybe things will change later down the road. And I'm saying this at the appointment. I'm putting words into their mouth. I'm saying, so okay is, and I'm like quoting what they're thinking. Okay means this. And I'm saying it means that you're willing to help me with my pearls of sharing appointments, just for training. If it's for you, great. If it's not, that's okay too. But here's the thing is education never goes wasted. And if you're willing just to listen, it could be something great for you later down the road. You never know, or you might know someone. So okay is, I'm not really interested, but hey, I'll listen, and never know, like things could change later down the road. And most people are going to put okay because maybe they don't want all their friends to know that they want to sign up for Mary Kay, that this really intrigues them and they want to know more, but they're writing okay because it's like the safety answer. They're not committing to anything. Even if they write yes or okay, it's exactly the same thing. You are going to still book a career chat with them. And I actually have more people sign up who write okay than I do that write down yes. So don't think okay means she's definitely never going to do this. It just means that it's another way of saying she'll listen to the information. So I found if I gave them just yes or no, I would get a lot of no's. And then I'm like, now what do I do? Nothing. I can't book them because they said no. So okay gives me permission to just assume that they're going to listen to more information. No is no, thank you. I just want to be a customer. Susie, I love you and appreciate you, but I just am so busy and I don't have any time. And that's okay because I love my customers too. And I'm going to send you a birthday card. I'll treat you like gold. And that's totally fine too. But I'm really excited to share my pearls, or finish my pearls of sharing and get this prize and the training in. So I have to ask everybody or I won't get it done. So go ahead and write down yes, okay, or no. And then they write that down when I'm doing the table close. And from there, I will, at the 8 points, when I pull that's at the table close all together in a group, from there they go into an individual consultation. And when I go through everything we just went through, the 8th point is, oh my gosh, Susie, I'm so excited that you just that you wrote down yes. I think you'd be amazing at this, but I'd love just to send you that information so you can make an informed, educated decision. And my sales director is going to help me with the training. So would you like to get together for coffee or ice cream, my treat? And it's up to you, but I would personally buy my guest coffee or ice cream. And so if this is your Perzo sharing call, you're going to buy their coffee or their ice cream as like a thank you gift. But it is, of course, up to you. If you want to meet them at your home, so that way you can make them coffee or whatever you want to do. If you want to bring them like a little 50-cent hand cream instead, but usually just I will buy their coffee. So yes is, I go ahead and book it and I say, or we can do a 3-way call if you don't have time for coffee or ice cream. But a lot of times I try to get them in person because it is, so much more beneficial to see someone face to face. Or you can say like, or we can do a video chat with my director. And I would love if you book video chats with me because it's so much more like people don't know what I look like when I'm on the phone with them. People will think I'm, older, or they just have no idea. And so when you can see someone face to face, it just makes them more of an impact and you build that relationship better. So maybe instead of saying three-way chat, say, or we could just do a quick video chat, just get your opinion. My director will, introduce herself and kind of get to know you. And it teaches me how to share the information and answer questions. And then, okay, if they wrote down, like, oh my, I say the same thing. So if she's an okay, I just look at her profile card. So we booked the second appointment. And then I say, oh my gosh, and I'm so excited that you wrote down okay. Thank you so much, Susie, for helping me with my pearls of sharing. I'm really excited for this training. And if you guys aren't doing your pearls of sharing, then say whatever it is that you're asking them help for. Like, I'm in a challenge to do 10 career chats this month. Everybody's in a challenge to do 10 career chats this month because we have a contest every single month called the Perfect Contest. And if you're doing a perfect 3, it's 3 career chats. If you're doing a perfect 6, it's 6. If you're doing a perfect 10, it's 10. And so make sure that you know that you're always in a contest every month. And so if you're done with your pearls, you've already completed them, you can say, this month I'm in a challenge to complete 6 career chats. I just need your opinion, and you'll still be really helping me get promoted within my company. I'm excited the next position I'm going for is DIQ, or I'm trying to earn my free Mary Kay card. I'm, just lipsticks away from that. Would you be willing to give me your opinion about the marketing plan? It's totally fine if it's not for you. And so she's an okay. Like, Susie, thanks so much for helping me with my 6 career chats. I really appreciate that. So would you prefer if I text you or email you the video to watch? Or would you prefer like an audio while you're driving to work? How long is your commute? And she'll tell you what she prefers, text or email. She says, text it to me. Great, I'll text it to you right now. Copy it from your clipboard because you're going to save it. Copy the whole script, paste, and then you can send it to her right then and there so you don't forget. If she emails it, same thing, you could just email it right at the individual, or you can write it on the customer profile card, and when you get in your car, as soon as you leave, you email it to her. And so from there, I say, great, so I know you're just probably doing this to help me a little bit with my challenge, and maybe it could be something for you later down the road, but I still would love to get your opinion, and it helps me tremendously for my training. What works better for you? Would you like to do coffee or ice cream, my treat, or we can just do a quick video chat with my director to help me learn the answers to all of your questions? And she'll say, let's do a video chat. And you say, okay, great. What works better for you? I try to do them within 24 to 48 hours. Otherwise, out of sight, out of mind. I forget, you forget, my director forgets. It never happens. I've been doing this, for about a month, and that's what I found. And so even if you haven't found that, say that. It works every time. They're like, oh yeah, that totally makes sense. I book most everybody 24 to 48 hours when I say that. When I don't, they're like, how about in 2 weeks? I'm like, no, you're not going to call me in 2 weeks, and I'm not going to call you in 2 weeks. So it's not going to happen. So you're going to always recruit closest to the product. So make sure that you are doing it as soon as you can. I mean, it can be that same evening if she's willing, the next day. And so she's like, oh, I'm really busy tomorrow. Okay, so what does your work schedule look like? What time do you go in? 7 a.m. Okay, and what time do you get off? 4. Okay. Do you have any time to chat on the way home from work around like 4 on your commute? How long is it? What's your lunch break looking like? Do you have about 20 minutes on a lunch, or how long is your lunch break? And you'll find time if you're willing to like ask her about her schedule. She won't find time, but you will find time for her. So ask her some questions with a smile on your face. Okay, well, what time do you get off? 4 o'clock? Great. What time do you pick up the kids? 5. Or, on the way from work, 2 kids, can we chat? And so help her find the time. That doesn't need to be like 3 weeks later. So that's the 8-point close review. I know I spent some extra time on that. I was waiting for Shannon to get back on so she can go over the Hostess rewards and how that works in Mary Kay. And then I kind of went over some of the coaching already, but we can follow up with how to get your appointments to hold. Bookings from bookings, sometimes those are the hardest to get to hold if you don't know how to coach them correctly. And so if you've had a hard time with that, this training will be really, really good for you. But also even your first initial appointments, it's very easy to coach them, but you do need to learn the process, because you're going to, even with good coaching, you're still going to have about half hold. So make sure that you understand that concept, because if you book 1 appointment or 2 appointments for the month and they both cancel, you can't really be upset. I remember one time being in DIQ and calling Shannon like, oh my gosh, I had 6 appointments canceled for the weekend. 6. Like, I was so mad. I thought I had such a great weekend booked. And she was like, oh, well, I just got sent home from work. She was a dental hygienist, and she said all 14 of my patients canceled. And I'm like, what? Dental hygienists get that many cancellations too? Like, it must have been like a holiday weekend or something, because she said she got sent home on a Friday, everybody canceled. And I was like, okay, well, I feel much better. It's not just Mary Kay, like, it's everything. So always overbook. That's why airlines overbook, dentists overbook. We should too. So Shannon, are you there? I think I muted Mary. Or maybe, Shan, are you here? Okay, maybe I'll do hostess credit. Laura, are you with Shannon? Texting her.
Yeah. It's showing Shannon whether it went away
Sorry,
again.
Helen. No, I'm not with Shannon tonight. I'm calling in from home.
Okay, no worries. I think she's having technical difficulties still. So I'll go over hostess credit, since I guess I'll teach the boot camp. So good thing I have an agenda. I just didn't know which order it was in. So The second thing is your hostess rewards. So a lot of people, even seasoned consultants, and this is something that, like, if you've been in a while, if I ask you what do you offer your hostesses and you can't tell me right away, like, it's probably because you're not sold out on one program. And I really do kind of recommend picking one, or if you do go back between two, that's okay, but make sure you understand, when you would offer which one and why. The thing is people don't really care how it works. All they want to know is that they're getting free stuff, right? So U+2 is free products. That's all you need to know, but you really want to encourage 5 or 6. And so I don't know if you caught it earlier when I said, when I was going over briefly what the difference is between, like, if you want to invite some friends and get some free shopping, or you just want to do it one-on-one. And they're like, how does that work? Well, as long as it's just U+2, it activates hostess rewards and you'll get a lot of free stuff. So that's really all they want to know, is that it's simple. They can try. If they get free stuff, great. If not, then they're still coming. They're still going to have fun. And so letting them know that it doesn't have this big extravagant thing. You can check with some friends, great. If not, oh well. And so if at the next appointment, they say friends, then I'm going to say, okay, great. So, here's a hostess packet. You can hand them the hostess packet. If you have one made up, you should probably, or if you don't, I get it in the mail the next day. It depends. Sometimes I purposely don't give them their hostess packet at the appointment if they are, if they're booked like more than a week and a half out, because I want something coming to them in the mail. Sometimes I just send them a little postcard that says like 75 for 35. I'll show you what it looks like.
What a beautiful office you have now, honey.
Hey, thank you.
What a blessing.
I
You're welcome.
And I got it pretty much organized, so I'm feeling much better.
I just love it. I just wanted to unmute for a minute and tell you I'm proud of you.
Yesterday, so it's very comfortable, and I'm loving it. So
yeah.
All put together, and I'm gonna make this all a beauty bar. So
beautiful.
Some appointments. Very excited.
All right, honey. I'm gonna mute so that you can talk without me messing you up.
Perfect. Thanks, honey. Okay, so these, we sell these. If you need to purchase some, we can mail them to you, just pay for shipping, or you can get them at the studio anytime. And it just says, girls want to have fun. We just made them on Vistaprint. You can make your own if you'd like, but it's really nice. We got like tons of them, so we got a good deal. The more you order, if you order like 10,000, you get like really cheap ones, and so we ordered like 10,000 of them. So feel free to purchase some from Shannon. But it just basically says on the back, I can't wait to, and I like this because it's for any hostess credit. It just says, I can't wait to pamper you and your girlfriends at your follow-up appointment and help you earn a ton of free products. Just U+2 qualifies you for a free product, but the more the merrier. Please make sure all guests are over the age of 18 without an MK consultant, and that's like in fine print. And this says date, time, location, and you can fill that in. So it's not saying you have to have friends, but it's saying like, just remember U+2 qualifies you. So it could be used if they weren't really planning on inviting friends, but most of the time I only send this if they said they were going to try to invite friends. So if you don't want to mail out a whole hostess packet, I think postcard stamps are like, I don't know, 40 cents or 38 cents or something like that. I know it went up a little. So it's cheap to mail out as a reminder coming to them. So you can hand them the hostess packet, which I believe Shannon went over what's in a hostess packet already in one of the previous boot camps, but if she didn't, I'll make sure it goes into the follow-up email so you have all the documents. But the hostess email is going to basically just be whatever hostess program you pick. So it can be the 3 that I usually recommend, and you can get creative. You can make your own. You can go on Pinterest and like find whatever, type in Mary Kay hostess programs and find whatever. There's tons probably on Shannon's website. There's 3 on my website because I just wanted to show my consultants 3 options. It's kind of like if you get too many options, you're like, what do I pick? So just try to limit them. So the first option that I like is it's where you get them gift cards. It's I do 200 for free, and it's 20, 20, 20, 20. Let me find. My office isn't completely put together, so let me see if I can find one real fast. Okay, so I really wish I had known I was going to be teaching this, so I could have all my hostess packets. Hang on, pause 1 second. Okay, here they are. So you can order, again, we made these on Vistaprint. Pinkprinting.com has some cute stuff, but don't spend too much money. This is how people don't make money in Mary Kay's. If you order too many cute things, you're not going to make any money. Keep in mind, we make half of whatever we sell. Whatever you choose to invest in after that is coming directly out of your 50%. So make sure, bare minimums. That's kind of why we order some of this in bulk, so you guys can do, like, you can spend $1 on your supplies. Like these cards, I think cost, like, the pack of them for the bulk amount that we purchased, I think they're like 50 cents a pack or something. So maybe even less. I don't know. I'll look. So I just basically made Hostess bucks, and it's $20 gift cards. And so there's a whole sheet, which I can't find them. Sorry, I just moved. So things are not quite there yet. So there's a whole sheet that goes over 5 different ways to earn $20 gift cards. And it's $20 for, and it says on here, having 225 in sales, as long as, and it says must have 2 people at your appointment to activate this card. If we hit 225, they can use this gift certificate. If this one is, if you have 2 people book their fall appointments, they get to use this gift card. If this one is, if you get me a guest list within 48 hours of booking the appointment, and there's at least 10 people on the guest list, they get to use this gift card. And that you might want to change, because that's an instant $20 as long as 2 people show up. But I think a guest list is very important. If they're going to give me 10 names and numbers that I can call and invite for them, and pre-profile as well, and make them some swag bags and get them excited to come to Susie's appointment, it's going to be a really, really good party. And so anytime I have 10 names and numbers to call, and I just say, like, hi, Susie, this is Fallon with Mary Kay. You actually don't know me. I am a good friend of Mary's. I met her last week at her facial. We had such a fun girls' day that she booked a second appointment with me, and she wanted to invite some of her closest girlfriends that she just loves. And guess what? She invited you. You were on her guest list. She just loves and adores you. She had some great things to say about you. And I wanted to let you know that her girls' day is going to be on Saturday at 10 o'clock, and wanted to see if you were going to be able to make it. Are you free? And she'll say, oh, I think I can make it. You know, that sounds really fun. What are we doing? And I'll tell her about the appointment, or, you know, even if she doesn't ask, I'll probably be like, so we're going to do facials that day. So you don't have to come with any makeup on. We'll do mostly skincare, but if we want to do a little color, if you want to go out and do something fun, you're going to really like the way your skin feels. And I also have a little swag bag made up for you. So as long as you can RSVP to me by, like, if they don't give you an exact answer, if they say, well, let me check my schedule, I'll say, as long as you can RSVP to me by Friday, I'll make sure I have a swag bag for you. Would you want to text me with that RSVP, or are you going to give me a call back? And she'll say, or do you want to call Susie and let her know? And she'll say, I'll call Susie. Okay, great. I'm looking forward to it. And then I write her down as, like, maybe. And then, you know, Mary says, I'll be there. And I say, yes. And then I ask her the pre-profiling questions. If you don't know what pre-profiling questions are, just look on the profile card. It's like, what's your skin type? Dry, combination, oily, or normal? So you know. And then you fill that out, and you can fill up her tray before she gets there. Is she, for skin tone purposes, are you ivory, beige, or bronze? You definitely want to ask that question, because if you don't know, like, if she's bronze and you don't have, if you wanted to do mineral powder and you only brought ivory beige mineral powders, then you need to make sure that you get some bronze mineral powders, or you know that you're not offering mineral powders if you don't have bronze mineral powders. So make sure you know ivory, beige, or bronze. Most people say they're beige and they're probably ivory, or some people say they're ivory and they're beige. So that doesn't really matter. The reason why I'm asking that mainly is if I'm offering a foundation match and I don't have bronze foundations with me, I don't bring bronze foundations into all of my appointments just because I want to lighten my load. But I do always keep them in my car in a bag, just in case. And so if you are matching people's foundations, it's just good to know, what do I need to bring to this appointment? I also, if you're packing inventory into your car to have, and you don't have, like, the rolling cases with everything to go, and you just want to bring, like, a bag of stuff, then you know to bring, you know, your very light and light to medium CC creams and your ivory foundations. And if she's normal to dry, probably a normal to dry miracle set instead of all your combo oily stuff. So if you have 5 people who are normal to dry, you're probably going to bring maybe 1 combo oily just in case, but mainly all the normal to dry instead of bringing 10 miracle sets, not knowing which formulas, you know, they need. A few others that I ask is, you know, just for skincare purposes, Mary, I want to make sure I know what formulas to use. Are you in your 20s? 30s, 40s, or 50 plus? And she'll be like, oh geez, I'm 50 plus. I say, okay, no worries, you're coming to the right appointment, I'll take care of you. And so like, just laugh and tell her it's for skincare purposes, because not every woman wants to give out her age. So say it with a smile on your face and let her know why you're asking. And that, you're there to help her and her skincare needs. And then, if you want to ask one more, it could be, if we could change anything about your skin, what would you like to change? Or, what are you most excited about the appointment? Are you looking for a new skincare routine, or are you just coming for some, fun girlfriend time? Like, ask. You might as well. She'd be like, I've been wanting to try Mary Kay, or, I tried a long time ago and I'm really excited to try this. So that way you are kind of already building that relationship and what's in it for her. What is she looking for? Does she have bad acne? Does she worried about wrinkles? And you can sell her on the appointment of what you have to offer her, so she shows up that day. Okay, great, Mary. I'm so excited to meet you on Saturday. I know, Kimmy loves you, and she just was excited about the girls that she had on her list, her guest list. I don't call them lists. People don't want to be on lists. So you're on your guest list, and I'll have your swag bag all made up. So I'll see you soon. In the swag bag, I put like a color card. A lot of times I try to keep my appointments simple. And I don't buy mini section 2 items. I hate section 2 because it doesn't make you money. You cannot sell them. But lately I've been adding in the little black eyeliners and the little mini mascaras. And so it does cost me a little more, but that's what I put in their swag bags with a color card, because the color card comes with 3 eyeshadows, a blush, and a lipstick. And then I give them a little mini mascara and an eyeliner, and I put it with just in a little cello bag or whatever you want to put them in. You can get little bags from the dollar store. And then I stop after foundation. I say, okay, I'm going to go ahead and meet with everyone individually after I do, my clothes. And I say, I have swag bags for you guys. I'm going to make sure I'm passing these all out. And you can go ahead and apply, you can sit here and apply your colors. You guys can trade colors if it's not your lip color. I'll keep a couple extra samples on the table of lip glosses. Not too many, just a couple. And I say, go ahead and apply your makeup so you do it, how you like it. And if your second appointment, we'll go ahead and book when I'm doing your individual consultations. We'll book your second appointment so I can customize your color look. And so that way we're not spending so much time on makeup. If it's a bigger group, that's how you're going to cut down like 20 minutes of your skincare party, is let them do their own makeup and offer that at their second appointment, but give it to them in their swag bags. So most people I found too, if it's a nighttime appointment, they take their swag bag home. They don't even open it. They don't care that they're not wearing makeup. They're going home to go to bed anyways. And so they will end up wearing it the next day, and then they kind of get excited. So I've heard mixed reviews on that. Kristen Sharp said she never puts makeup or skin or glamour in a swag bag because she doesn't want someone judging our makeup line off of an eyeliner sample, So I don't know. It's up to you guys what you want to put in there, but I usually don't put more than $1 in each swag bag. It shouldn't cost you more than $1. So sometimes I put like mascara wands, and then also if you're doing the individual mascaras, like they're like this big, I don't know how much they are. I think it's like $2 or $3 for a pack of them. The nice thing is you don't have to then use the wands. I think Mary just told me how much they were. Sorry, I'll unmute you. $6 for the pack of, do you know how many there are? I can't unmute you. 6. I don't know. They're under section 2. I'm sorry, I don't know how to unmute you. $2 for 6. Okay, perfect. So yeah, it's pretty affordable, especially because that's their gift for coming. And then you don't have to worry about like the mascara wands, and that takes a long time, especially who hates it when someone says, can I have another one? You're like, this is never ending. Yeah, let me get you another one and pass out them all to the whole table, because one person wants another one, the whole table wants another one. So it will cut down a lot of your skincare class time. So that is that's the first Hostess credit. So $200 for free. So you'll see I'm giving them the gift cards. That's only $100. And so it breaks down each way to do it. So 2 appointments booked, provide a guest list, redeem with 5+ guests over 21. So if they have, that's why we say try to get 5 or 6 so you maximize the free product. They're going to probably hit the sales too if they have 5 people there. I like this too. It says under the sales part, it says your guests do not have to purchase anything, but if they decide to shop and we reach $225 in sales, you may redeem this gift card. So sometimes people are like, I don't want my friends to feel like obligated. I make it super clear. Your friends don't have to purchase anything, but if there is some sales, because a lot of people like things, I know you love things, you'll get another $20 gift card just in case they like anything. So I make that clear. They don't have to come to buy. And then also let them know that when you invite them, there's no obligation. Christy just really wanted to see her girlfriends. I loved Christy. I had such a good time with her, and I would really love to meet her friends. If, you want to come play around with things, I'll have a free gift for you, but just let them know there's no obligation, because sometimes people think like, I've been to these parties, I have to purchase. I'm not coming to buy anything, so why would I come? And a lot of times they, come because they want to support the hostess, or they just don't come because they don't want to feel like they have to purchase, like out of a sympathy purchase. That's not what we do. So overcome that way in advance, and you'll have a much higher attendance. And then the last one, this is why I love this hostess program, is it says redeem when you watch lmadsonsharing.com, which Lisa has the new video up, which is amazing, or listen to Choices. If you haven't listened to that, if you search on any of our Facebook pages, I believe Shannon has it. I'll put it into the email. Listen to it. It's about a 40-minute audio. And what's cool is if they are driving to work 20 minutes or even 15 minutes, they can listen to it there, and then they can just hit play again and listen to it on the way home, and they'll get the majority of it. Give them ideas on how to listen to it, like while they're cooking dinner, or it's very entertaining. The audio is a really, really good audio. It basically just compliments them. It talks a lot about just life, about about like the choices that you make, you are where you are because of the choices that you make, or because, wait, how does she say it? You are where you are because of the choices you've made, or the choices you've let others make for you, or something like that. It's really just a really like new thought. So people really like it, even if they're not interested. Like, I really like that recording. Thank you for sharing. Like, it does add value to people's lives. So the reason why I like to give them a $20 gift card, if they're willing to do a career chat with your sales director, you need to make sure they at least fill out a questionnaire to give you your feedback, which you can give to your director to follow up. If she's over like a 5 out of 10, we could probably, you have a reason to be like, hey, I noticed you were kind of high on the interest scale. Would you just be willing to give your feedback? Let me do a practice training with my director, and she can answer any of your questions. A lot of times people at that point, they're like, yeah, I kind of was interested. So even if she was a no at her first appointment, it's almost like a no-brainer. I don't book it at that, at the individual consultation, because I'm probably going to get her to listen anyways. And that would be part of the coaching process when I'm going over the hostess rewards with her. I will call the hostess. Let's call hostess Susie. And after I called her guest list, I'll say, Susie, I'm so excited. I talked to Patty, I talked to Laura, and they're all coming, and Kimmy was a maybe, but Mary didn't answer her phone. So will you make sure that you give her a call and let her know that I gave her a call, I'm a real person, and see if she's coming. And then Kimmy said she'll let me know by Friday, but I'm not really sure. She said she had a baby shower to get to, and she wasn't sure. So definitely let me know if she's able to come. And so I want to make sure that you get the most free shopping. And with that, I have Laura and Patty coming. So if I told Patty she could invite her mom and her sister, and Laura said she might have a friend that she wants to invite, and I told them that it'll help you get a little bit more free shopping. But I just would love for you to get that extra $20 gift card and have 5 people in attendance. So if there's anyone else that you can think of to add to the guest list, if you have a coworker, they don't all have to be from the same group. In fact, those are my favorite parties, when everybody like actually don't know each other. And so think outside of the box, and I would love to maximize this, because I would love to get you that free miracle set that I know that you wanted. And oh, by the way, I'm going to send you over a video link to watch, or an audio, and as long as you fill out the questionnaire or you set up a time to chat with me, where I can get your opinion, and it does help me with my training, but you'll get another $20 gift card. That's like one of the easiest ones to get. All you have to do is watch or listen and give me your feedback, and you'll get a $20 gift card too. That's the last way to get the full 100. And she'll be like, oh, okay. And so usually most of my hostesses will watch it, because they're like, that's the easy one. Like, I'm in control of that one. And then the last way to activate the last 100 is if she does any outside orders. So if she collects, and I say, if you're excited about the 100, then just go for the 100. Here's your gift cards. You can activate them. I hand this to her at the appointment. And again, if you need these or you want them, I can mail you. They're really inexpensive. Just pay for the shipping, and I'll give you, I don't know, start with 10, book 10 appointments, and then don't get 100, okay? Like, just pay for 10, like $1 would be good. You don't need to buy everything in bulk. It'll motivate you to, get rid of those and then buy some more. So don't overstock your stuff with supplies. And then from there, I say, so if you really wanted like the repair set or the ultimate miracle set, I know that you really love that repair. I would love to still get you that for free. So I added an extra $100 gift card. And that's just if there's anybody who can't make it. If you invite your coworker and she's like, oh, I love Mary Kay. I can't come that day, but that sounds so much fun. Like people say that they really do want to come, but they can't. I say, oh, no worries. I get, a little bit extra hostess credit. If you want to just order on her website, just type in my name into the comment box and then give her a couple extra business cards. Here's her website. Go ahead and order. Or give her a catalog and put your website on the back. Here's the catalog. If you want to place an order, you can either tell me what you need before the appointment and I'll get it for you at the appointment. And so sometimes I'll bring goodie bags to the appointments for her to go distribute out to everybody she's already collected orders from. And I tell her I'll bring the products for whatever anyone needs. And as long as you collect $100 in outside orders, so if 2 people order 50, you're going to get $100 extra. So the way that works, as we wrap this up, because I know we only have 2 minutes, the extra gift card for 100, you're basically giving away your profit. But I want you guys to wrap your head around this. For me, I never found a hostess credit that they say pick a hostess credit that will excite you. If someone said, I'm going to give you $200 for free, I'd be like, oh yeah, I'll get some friends there. I'm going to make people come. I'll go to the neighbor's house if I have to, but 200 free, that sounds good. So for me, that excites me. And like I've hosted some of these direct selling company parties. None of them. One time I hosted a jewelry party and I got zero. I got nothing because the sales weren't like $1,000. I'm like, well, we don't need $1,000 in jewelry. Don't I get anything? Nothing. So make sure you treat your hostesses right, because I'm like, so not worth it. I want to make sure my hostesses feel appreciated, whether they have $1,000 party for me or zero. And so if I had a $0 party, I would change the hostess credit a little bit where it's 75 for 35. And that's like a Groupon. So that's option number 2. And I do sometimes I say, whatever you're going to get the most in, I'm going to honor. I want to make sure she at least gets 75 for 35. If she did nothing from these gift cards and 5 people didn't show up, there was no sales, she didn't get me a guest list, she didn't watch anything, but there was 2 people at the appointment, I'm still going to give her 75 for 35 because she tried to get 2 friends there. And so I appreciate that. And that's $40 off 75. So that's the second one. The third one is like if you want to do for each friend 1 half off items. If she brings 6 friends to you, that's 6 items at 50% off. That would be the third option. Just make sure, because we don't steal each other's customers, if you're doing the outside orders, the $100 gift card, and you're basically giving her the profits, make sure you let her know they can purchase one time, but if they do have a current consultant, that they'll go back to the consultant. And you always follow up when you service somebody for outside orders. You always ask, have you ever tried Mary Kay? Do you have a consultant? And then if they say yes, you still sell to them that one time because it's helping Susie with her hostess rewards. But then you say, go back to your consultant. I'm not going to put you in my customer base for any reason. Patty isn't able to service you or get you the products that you need right away. Call me. I would love to be your consultant. But please always go back to Patty first. And if she doesn't have it in stock or she's not able to get you something in that, a time where you need it immediately, I carry a full store and I would always, make sure I take good care of you. And so I'm not stealing her away. I am telling her she can come back if she can't get something because I don't want her to not get her product. But I am always telling her check with her first, regardless if you want me to be your consultant or not, like check with her first. So also be genuine with that too. You don't want to be like persuading her like, but I can be your girl. Like you don't want to, you're not stealing one. Okay. So those are the 3 hostess that I promote. If you want to pick different ones, you can. You can also change the gift card ideas. If you want to make them your own, you can make it up, you guys. It doesn't matter. They don't care about the details. All they care is that they're getting free stuff. But whatever you pick, stick with it and like be prepared. Have your gift cards or have the sheet in the hostess rewards and know, when they do ask questions, know your stuff. So we'll end with that. We did a little coaching, a little hostess credit, and what else do we do? Finish the 8-point close strong. So I hope you guys are loving bootcamp number 5. Thanks for sending your vouchers, and I'll try to. Thank you for being patient with me last week. I was moving, and I'm like Wednesday. It's going out Wednesday. So thank you, and I will get out the voucher and the playback to this, so you can check all the hostess rewards and stuff will be in that email. Okay. So make it a great day and have a great meeting if you're in Napa. Bye.
Thank you.